Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Dad's Expensive Hobby.
What's up?
Tonight, I'm going to be doing my top 5 worst Dragon Ball figures of 2025. I didn't really want to do this video, but I did do a poll, and everybody said, yeah, please go ahead and do one. So I'm going to, and this will definitely be the last video out of me for the year 2025. Unfortunately, we're ending it on kind of a negative note. I have one dishonorable mention that I'm going to add to it, just because I feel like this figure needs at least pointed out because I was thoroughly disappointed with it. But let's dive right in. And on this list, dishonorable mention is got to go to the demoniacal fit trump card, power that even gods fear. I know I'm probably pissing some people off right off the bat, but mine had some issues and I took some other issue with this figure. Mostly that his skin tone, I didn't really like it. Mine, I kind of felt like he looked a little gray, didn't really look all that good. Yes, his paint was spectacular. I'm not ignoring that, but mine, it's a 2.0 mold, so it didn't move really well, and my elbows looked very, very KO-ish, very, AliExpress bootlegging. You could see metal in his joints. The joints would hyperextend. They're loose. They're gappy, and this figure was just a little bit disappointing to me. Not the worst thing ever, but I definitely had to mention it. And coming in at number 5, we have the SH Figuarts Vegeta older style battle clothes. This came out earlier this year, I think in like February maybe, and it was a premium Bandai exclusive, so you had to pay through the nose for it. And unfortunately, this figure just missed the mark. Its accessories were not very good. The paint was okay. His articulation was not good at all. I felt like the shoulders were just way too broad and didn't work for the aesthetic at all. The exchangeable chest plates just felt like he was made out of a model kit or something, like he should have been from like Figure Eyes or something. I just didn't really like it at all. The only redeemable factor of this figure is his head sculpt and face plates are fantastic, but beyond that, this figure was very disappointing. And coming in at number 4 is the SH Figuarts True Power Zarbon. This is a figure I was super excited about. Had to order it on Premium Bandai again, so he was extra expensive at like $85 before taxes and shipping. And this figure really let me down, and I don't think I'm the only one. Yeah, it's a super duper cool character design, and that's really about the only redeeming factor about this. He doesn't move well, not a lick of paint really besides the shoulder pads. And he's not big enough. Everybody was saying that across the board. He was not big enough. He needed to be taller. But just the way he looked, you'd think he's a big character, but he's not. This is not a big figure. And it was just disappointing across the board. At number 3, we've got another SH Figuarts in the form of the exclusive edition Super Saiyan Gogeta from the Fusion Reborn movie. What can I say about this figure? His promo images made him look like he was going to be kind of cool, but once we all got him in hand, we found out very quickly that is not the case. He sucks for accessories. Yes, his hair and like the shoulder pad paint does look pretty good, but he's basically a rehash of the Super Saiyan Blue Gogeta, only they seem to fuck him up. His legs don't move nearly as well, not good shading or anything on him. The articulation everywhere else is not that great either, and again, his accessories suck, and for an $85 price point, that absolutely does not cut it. This is a budget release figure that they inflated to $85, and that is super disappointing. And coming in at number 2, I'm going to give SH Figuarts a break for a second and pick on a new studio, the ENC Studio Super Saiyan Kaioken, Super Saiyan God, whatever you want to call it, the Super Saiyan Blue version they did, Goku. This figure was ridiculously expensive for what it is. It was over $70 on AliExpress, and that's because of this stand right here that in their promo images made it look really super cool, and it still kind of is, but it's kind of a piece of shit all at the same time. Some of those rocks that are supposed to be elevating aren't painted, and a couple of them have fallen off, and it's just kind of cheap, and the figure felt cheap. He was kind of light on accessories. He felt like he was made out of cheap plastic, and his head would not sit on the double ball peg in his neck correctly, and it just looked really lollipoppy and looked like it wanted to fall off. And this figure was just a gigantic mess. Check out my video on it if you want to like a full in-depth bitch session out of me on this. But this figure was definitely the number 2 worst figure from Dragon Ball all year. All right, and this year's Blue Ribbon loser, the #1 worst Dragon Ball figure of 2025, is definitely going to the SH Figuarts Dragon Ball Daima King Goma figure. I have bitched about this figure in multiple different videos. I hate it with a passion. Every single solitary aspect of it sucks. It was overpriced at $85 prior to shipping and handling. The only good aspect of this figure is actually an attribute for another figure, and that is the accessories that he comes with for the Goku Mini. Other than that, this figure, you should steer clear of it like the plague. You should steer clear of this like $2 pussy. I just hate this figure with all my heart. It is absolutely, positively the worst Dragon Ball figure, period, I have ever bought, and I have bought some AliExpress $10 KO figures. So just let that all sink in pretty much. So, and let me tell you this, I am selling this figure like 5 minutes after I'm done filming this. I am putting it on eBay. I hate this thing. That and the #2, that ENC Goku sucks, and I gotta get rid of it. But anyways, that is all I've got to say about him. Do not buy this. All right, guys, end of bitch session. That wraps up my top 5 worst Dragon Ball figures of 2025 with a little dishonorable mention there at the beginning. I know that one probably pissed some of you all off. Overall, that's not a terrible figure, but it was disappointing with those bad elbow joints, and I didn't like the skin tone. But anyways, that is all I have got for 2025. This will be the last one you'll hear of me until at least tomorrow, which will be next year. Keep an eye out for my V-ism Ken and Ryu videos. I got those in for the Storm Arena, so I'll be doing a video on that. I hope everybody has a great new year, and with all that said, this has been Dad with Dad's Expensive Hobby, and I'll talk to you all in the next video.